Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday. Please forgive the lighting in here. I know it's a little bit dark, but it's actually the middle of the night. And it was kind of now or never to film, so this is when I'm doing it. I have every light in my house on. In real life, it looks like my living room is about to fall into the sun. So this week we're talking about where we live, and I thought about whether it was a good idea to actually tell you where I live, but I can't actually talk about it very well without telling you where it is. So I live in an incredibly tiny town in Oregon called Yoncalla. It has a population of about 1,000 people. Yoncalla itself is actually only about 6 streets wide, like the main part of town. Yoncalla's main claim to fame as a town is that Jesse Applegate settled here. He was one of the Applegate brothers, who were a family of pioneers that came over on the Oregon Trail, and when they got here, they had lost several family members on the way because the route was so dangerous, and they decided to scout a section of trail to cut out some of the more dangerous parts so that other people who were coming west would have a safer way to get here. Apparently the town was named after the local Indian tribe. I am told that the word Yoncalla means home of the eagles. To put this in historical perspective for those of you who are from Europe where everything is much older, Oregon didn't even become a state until 1859, and Yoncalla itself didn't become incorporated as a city until 1901. We just celebrated our centennial a few years ago. All of this stuff is very recent history. So for Yoncalla as it is now, there's really not very much here. There's a store, like a convenience store, and a post office, and a bar, and a hardware/auto parts store, and that's really about it. There are a few businesses on Main Street, but they don't tend to stay very long because there's not enough revenue to keep them running. When I was a teenager, my friends and I used to go a few miles to the south to the local truck stop. So exciting, because it was the only place there was to go, and because it was open 24 hours a day, and we could go down in the middle of the night and drink terrible coffee and eat french fries. Our current mayor is one of my middle school teachers. It's that kind of thing that reminds you that you're living in a really small town. I only have a webcam, so I couldn't go out and walk around the town and give you a normal sort of thoughts from places style video. So I found some photographs to give you some idea what the scenery is like. These pictures were taken from my front porch, and the ones at the end were taken in my backyard. And you can see the hills all the way around. Yoncalla is in a valley, and so almost the entire skyline is trees and hills. It's very green here. It rains a lot, and the hills are mostly covered in evergreens and scrub oak and that kind of thing. One thing about Yoncalla, it does have very pretty scenery. There's nothing here, but it has pretty scenery. Have a good week, everybody. DFTBA.